What up? A Square Podcast. We in the building. With my guy right now. We doing a video / audio today. Cornbread, what up?
What up, man?
How are you?
World?
How are you?
Man, I'm chilling, man. How are you? How them thumbs doing?
All right. So now you want to talk
I just
shit.
asked
You
how
see
your
what I'm
thumbs
saying?
were.
This is the how them thumbs doing.
How are your thumbs?
All right. So I took 2 L's today on 2K.
Okay.
All right. All right. But you took the first one. See, you see how this shit works? So when I lose, I gotta admit all of it. But when he loses,
Who talked about anything about 2K? I just said, how are your thumbs?
first of all,
You brought up 2K.
you know why you asked what the thumbs was talking about, bro.
Hey, man, maybe you lost in thumb war or something. You know what I'm saying?
A Square Podcast,
maybe
we
you
in
could-
here, man. DJ A-Ron in the building. Cornbread is in the building.
What up, world?
And we got some things we want to get to. First of all, first thing I want to say is shout out to Jovita Moore for inviting us to a great event. Tonio, let's talk about it, man. We was at the Hyatt. Well, first of all, let's start from the beginning. Did we find parking? Let's talk about the parking situation.
So in Atlanta, they had the Olympic trials this week or last weekend, and so every road was shut down. And so one ways were reversed this week, so it was pretty bad trying to find parking. And then we asked people that worked at it was the Hyatt, right?
All right.
Where to go? He's like, "Hey man, take a left, and then take another left." Well, to me, shit, I took all those instructions, ended up exactly where we started, bro.
Yeah.
So
Not once.
not once. I did about 4 loops.
4 loops.
Trying to find
4
where
loops.
parking was and everything. But it worked out. So if you haven't had a chance already, listen to the Jovita Moore interview.
Yes.
Great conversation. But she invited us, if you heard the podcast, she invited us to the AAP, which is basically, it's an event, the 5th year that the United Way holds for black youth, black kids. And so what they try to do is they want to focus mainly on those black males.
Right.
Because statistically, those are the highest class of poverty is the black male. They're always low in reading, math, opportunities, and things like that. They always get looked over, and that's statistically. So it's not like they just made up some shit. This is statistics. So United Way said, how can we attack this demographic that's always underachieved or underpowerished or just hasn't, made it to where everybody else is. So they held this event. This is the 5th year. And so our special guests were Chris Bosch. And then who was the second one? Kofi Wood.
So you gonna do me like that? So you say Chris Bosh, that's the easy one.
Yeah. But you also cheated.
I cheat.
Well, how did you... All right. How you cheat?
All right, so Kofi,
What's his name?
man, y'all just gotta look him up, man.
Cerebo?
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 Man, I swear, I hope I got your name right, dog.
Yeah, just say Kofi. Man.
Don't cut there. Don't.
He was cool, though.
He was cool.
He was real cool.
Dope. And so he was very, very dope. Both of them spoke very good.
Yeah.
And
Jovita Moore hosted it.
She did.
Well, she was the what other person? The MC, not the MC. Yeah. What is
well,
it?
the guy that owned it, the guy that was in charge, can't remember his name right now.
I don't know.
Either way, you guys can look it up online. We'll put the links in the bio for you guys to go and check out everything. But yeah, it was great, man, and they
Great
brought up
event.
a lot of great points. And
we had salad, so
Yeah.
what
What?
we had was salad.
We did have a salad. It was we won't tell you the price of
Yeah.
what everything was, but know this.
Expensive salad.
We had a salad. We had I like Caesar.
Right.
So, but that's all that was on the table. It wasn't French. It wasn't ranch. So, but we ate
There
good.
was butter
you know
and
what I'm
jelly
saying?
with no rolls.
Yeah.
What else was there?
And so when we were eating, I'm finishing my salad and everything, and Antonio leans over to me and he says, "What? What you say?"
I said, you better eat everything on this plate. You better eat your ice. You better take these napkins. We taking these forks and everything, bro. But shout out to United Way, and
definitely.
actually, hopefully we got some things working with them too. So we appreciate United Way for even inviting us and everything. So
I want to give a special shout out to Kofi for saying what he did when he was talking about how in movies, which he's producer, he's been doing this stuff for a long time. So one of the things he mentioned is he's ready to see African American people in better roles, like different roles. Like it doesn't have to be you were an ex-gangster or you were a former, you've been put down and you're trying to work your way up to get to somewhere. Like he was just
you weren't
like
abandoned and stuff like that.
Yeah,
He
like
said, why can't it just be a normal movie?
Why can't a normal
Where,
movie?
you know what I'm saying? A normal movie that's good. And the movie he brought up was Limitless.
Like Limitless.
He
Like
was
why
a
can't we
normal
just?
Joe.
It's a normal guy.
Right. He found a pill, then he made it through. Then he made it. He was a smart guy, but then he had problems in the movie.
But he wasn't going through.
His parents weren't crackheads.
He wasn't.
He wasn't a drug dealer.
Yeah,
he wasn't a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? Don't stereotype us in that way. They said just make a dope movie.
And I think that hit everything on the head, man. It was very dope. Very dope,
man.
Chris Bosh came out with a lot of energy, bro.
Bro, what?
A lot of energy.
It's good to see him because, a lot of athletes, you only see what you see on TV or even now social media now.
Right.
But when you're actually interacting with them, they're not who you think they are, right? So Chris Bosh came out, a lot of energy. Was talking about, giving back a lot, being a parent. He's obviously transitioned from retirement. Seemed like he accepted, obviously, his situation with, the blood clots and everything. But, no, he was great, man. Yeah,
it was really good, man. So, shout out to them. I'm looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to going back. I did learn quite a bit, with the statistics and everything. And that's not just in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's important for us to be a part of our communities. It's important for us to know the statistics, and it's important for us to do something about it.
So you want me to talk a little more about the statistics?
Yeah, let's do it.
So United Way decided for us to make something get better, right? Like if you want to improve on something, you have to strip everything away and kind of know what the worst case scenario is, right? So what United Way did was they said, okay, let's create this heat map and let's scale it from 1 to 10. 10 being the best, meaning you get the best schools, the best opportunities, your parents are wealthy type of thing. Number 1, meaning you a zombie, basically, right? So from 1 to 10.
Walking Dead?
Walking Dead, and without parents. So you ever been a baby without parents? And it's a zombie world? Junetown right now. So they said, what's our places that we need to start directing our funds to? Because people, when you think of United Way, you think, all the volunteerism that they do, the charitable things. But if you give $1,000, you don't know where that money's going to, right? It could be going to those places, those counties that have a 10, basically. So it's kind of like it's a wash because you're not really helping out those people. But they want to direct that, let's say, that $1,000 gift or donation to the people who have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? The lower part of the number. So they did a heat map, and really the south side of Atlanta and the west side, some of the east, is very impoverished. So their scores are coming out to like 3.5, 3.
Which
4.
a normal was, what did he say, 6 points?
Yeah, so when they first did, so this is the 3rd year they've done it. They do it every year, but it's the 2nd time that they introduced the improvement, right? They didn't want to give you the stats the next year because it might not have been an improvement. Right. So this is the 2nd time they did the improvement. The first year they did it was a 5.8. That was overall Metro Atlanta. 5.8, which is an F if you think about it. If you think about scale, grades. Mm-hmm. The second update, they're at a 6.2 or 6.3. So that obviously it's improving. It's not the best. That's still a low D, or honestly it's an F because there's people who live in this situation. But you can see that it's improving because they're directing that money to those kids and families who really need it. Mm-hmm. So like I said, look it up, United Way. I know a lot about it because, like I said, I work with them and other organizations. But it's a good tool that is a big charity who cares and want to improve on the situation. Right. So that's what Aaron was talking about when he brought up the statistics. The statistics. So that's what they meant. So.
Absolutely. So it was a great event. We had fun. made some connections, and I really enjoyed it, man. I still don't know what I ate when they brought the entrees out, because they brought the entrees out, but they didn't give us no water. But now it's all good.
Yeah,
that's neither here nor there.
Good.
We were hydrated enough, I guess.
And they brought you a chocolate cake.
I'm allergic to chocolate.
That's good.
So I had to give it to you, and you ate half.
No, I didn't even eat it. I ate mine. I didn't eat yours.
Did they donate it?
It's still there. Let's go get it.
So anyway, A Squared Podcast, please subscribe to everything that we got going on. We're doing this a little bit different today because we're doing the video and audio. So we're posting it to YouTube, but you get the audio as well. Spotify, iTunes, all of it. So you guys get everything. What else going on, Doc?
Well, shit. Later that day, there was a battle rap event. Ultimate Rap League. Smith.
It was a big deal. I mean, they're all a big deal.
Yeah,
but
this was huge.
It was huge
bro.
because who collaborated with?
So Drake,
talk about
the artist Drake collaborated with the URL and Caffeine. I guess Caffeine is an app that's like a gamer app. They do a lot of live streams. So this was good for battle rap because it showed that it is coming out of not the basement. What is it? Underground. It's coming out of underground. And so they had billboards. They did our Fox 5 that morning. So this was a big event, man. So I was fortunate enough to get a ticket to go.
Well, let's talk about the other stuff, though.
What else stuff? What you talking about?
Did you try to get me in?
I did.
Never mind.
So,
we ain't gonna talk about that. We won't get stroked for the next one.
Yeah.
All right,
never mind.
I wasn't able to go.
Right.
But that's
I did try
good.
to get him a ticket, but
it's all good. You have to be there.
You have to be in person.
So I gave him my
ticket.
phone to go down there and get me a ticket. You know what I'm saying? But they was like, no, you have to physically be here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. You know what I'm saying? But you were able to go.
But I was able to go.
What'd you experience?
So this is personally for me. This is probably like my 6th event. 6 or 7 years I've been watching battle rap since 12 or 13. So this is my 6th event. Usually I got there around 4:30. Usually they have food. None of that shit happened this time, bro. So I didn't even eat. Like I said, we ate the salad that morning.
So you telling me that Drake came aboard and you didn't get no food?
Drake wasn't even there, bro. Right. He wasn't even there. But so went to the event. And you understand, man. So battle rap has a bunch of gangsters. Not all of them, but they have Crips and Bloods in there, right? But battle rap
truth.
is
Talk about the truth.
The truth.
The truth.
Right. So it's an unwritten rule with battle rap where it doesn't matter what really religion, what race, what gender, what gang affiliation you are with battle rap. Mm-hmm. It's an unwritten rule that no matter what you are and who you are accepted in these events, right? So obviously, battle rap says the most heinous shit ever. I saw the most disrespectful thing ever in battle rap. But this is a place where it doesn't matter what gang you are. You could be a Crip, wear your blue. You a Blood, wear your red. You whatever you are, Latin King, wear your yellow. I don't know, but whatever you are,
you're comfortable because it's a truce.
It's a truce.
You don't
Everybody's
have to
cool.
worry about nobody's going in.
Everybody's cool because it's a tight knit community. So me, I got a red sweater on, which I just wore it because it had Smack's name on it, man. And my other events that I went to, everybody's been very friendly. I take pictures with a lot of people, talk to them just about shoot the shit, right? I was getting looks. One of a guy
because you just couldn't wear what you got on now, right?
Well, I couldn't wear this either. Like I said,
I mean that's different.
It's different, but
I think you would have got away with this.
I don't know, but I had a bright red, and I went up to a guy who's very famous. Or he's famous. He's starting to move up. His name is Sue Surf. Maybe y'all heard about him. Maybe you didn't. But he's a Crip. He's a known Crip. So he sees Antonio in an all red sweater. I say, "What up, sir?" He looks at me and says, "How you doing, sir?" Shakes my hand and walks away. I'm like, "Damn, Surf did me dirty."
But then you thought about it.
I didn't think. Yeah, bro. He's been shot before by blood, so yeah. Me wearing red, it wasn't good. But overall, long event. That shit didn't end till like 12:45, 1 o'clock. back and feet hurting, but some good battles. I heard the stream was messing up, so the fans are pretty mad about that on the Caffeine app. But,
I mean, that's
it's
normal.
the first event. It's the first event from
It
Caffeine.
happens.
They realized that battle rap is not small, bro. We growing. We're growing, so it was good to
Do
let
you want to talk
know.
about the disrespect? Or do you want to let people
I'll
see it?
let people see
and
it.
then we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah.
For those
whenever
people
it comes out.
because we do have people that listen to the A Square podcast and they understand what battle rap is.
Right.
So before we give it away,
It was definitely the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen in battle rap.
And you
Hands
are
down.
a battle rap.
I've been going I watch battle rap every day, listen to battle rap.
Right.
Since I was 12, and this is YouTube when you had to, you know what I'm saying, when you was outside of you didn't even have Wi-Fi. When you was outside, it was hard for you to even watch a battle.
Right.
So that's how long I've been listening. And this is the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen in battle rap. Hands
So
down.
stay tuned for that because we're gonna talk about it.
Oh,
we
bad.
just gonna give you we ain't gonna give you the spoiler alert right
Yeah,
now.
so whenever it comes out, we'll bring it back up so we can talk about it.
bring it up.
But what's up with you, man?
Oh man, everything is good. It's been a lot going on in the sports world, and it was funny because me and you had a conversation about the sports world this week,
Right.
and we laughed because of what? Every time we turn on TV, ESPN, they talk about 5 things,
The
just the
same
same
subjects.
thing every single day.
Every day.
Give me the 5 things, bro.
LeBron James, Tom Brady, the Cowboys / Dak Prescott, Kawhi Leonard,
Yeah,
and Michael Jordan.
yeah.
Play a game next time you watch SportsCenter.
It's unbelievable.
Those 5 things will be brought up every
First thing we saw today, turn it on. Oh, go James! Go James over here. Go James. You know, he's doing his thing.
time. Yeah.
Skip Bayless. Go James.
Yeah, man. Same thing.
So we had a conversation about that because we were like, man, is there not anybody else that's out there that's doing anything? Is there? I mean, I get it. These are the biggest headlines. But how many days out of the week can you talk about the same thing in different ways?
Correct.
So what do? They put allegations and
they just
alleged stuff that
asinine
potentially
questions.
could happen.
Is LeBron really left-handed? Stay tuned.
We'll have to find
After
out.
the commercial.
He's
We're
been
going to talk
tricking
about
us
it for
a long
30
time,
minutes.
yeah.
Like, what? Like,
Yeah.
it's just stupid stuff.
It's just so silly, man.
Yeah.
And what did they say? Oh God, what was it today? Dak Prescott negotiations. Stay tuned. There is no negotiations, by the way. It's all alleged. So he's potentially being franchise tagged. So
Well, there was a sporting event that happened, and
so we'll talk about something that's a little bit different. Right?
Well, what about the Fury fight? You know about that?
So we'll talk about something a little bit different. Are we still in Black History Month? Is it over with?
Yeah, it's over with,
Let
bro.
me type in the codes to see. All right, we'll talk Wilder. Well, the first thing I want to know is if Shredder could fight 4 turtles in 75 pounds of uniform and never complain, why is Wilder talking about fighting in his uniform?
He said that weighed him down. He got beat up. Bad.
He said it.
Bad. If you saw the fight or if you've seen the highlights, his ear was bleeding. Apparently, he busted his eardrum.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen?
No.
Okay, well, his
So
ear was bleeding.
What I read is that it didn't bust his eardrum, but he did hit him in the ear.
Okay.
But it did because if the drum had gone and that was a realistic thing,
Right.
then it would have been. It would have caused him balance issues, and that's what they would have said that really would have happened. But
It looked like it, though. Shit. He was like weeble wobble. He looked like a deer who was just born out there, bro. Like, he was getting his shit beat in, bro.
so what? Whoa, hold on, wait, pause. So what he should have said is that, hey, yeah, think about that. What he should have said is that I had a lot going on, which he did. He said he had a lot going on, and he should have just left it at that. Because what person wouldn't understand that you have a lot going on in your life,
Right.
or something happened, right? People wouldn't understand that.
That's the catch-all. You could be lying, but somebody gonna believe you.
But somebody
like,
gonna believe
I
it.
understand.
Absolutely. Right. But then when you throw in, man, my outfit was 40-something pounds and I had to do X, Y, and Z and my legs was gone. He should have just left that out.
You see who introduced him?
No, who was that?
Remember I talked about D-Smoke?
Oh, yeah,
on the
yeah,
last
yeah.
podcast?
Yeah, yeah.
D-Smoke introduced him, man.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool, man. That was a good look for him, though.
Yeah.
D-Smoke.
Or
man.
was it? So Fury came out. Fury came out being held by who? They were holding him up
I don't know
as a queen,
He's
as
a
a king.
gypsy king.
Yeah.
Or gypsy god. Is it? Which one is it?
Gypsy God, I think.
I don't know.
Either way, he came out there. And I'll just say this. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, Wilder was not a good boxer. He's a great puncher.
He's a great fighter.
He can fight.
But he can't box.
But he can't box. And it didn't work out for him. He got beat up pretty bad. It looked to me like it was over in maybe the 4th round, 5th round. It pretty much looked like it was over. And he was pretty frustrated that he got the towel thrown in on the 7th. So far, what we do know is that he has let go of his trainer, which doesn't make any sense to me because the guy pretty much saved his life.
Yeah, and the trainer didn't say nothing on the 5 rounds, 6 rounds.
Yeah.
He just looked at him. It was bad.
What is there to talk about?
Your boy licked his blood off his neck.
And see, that's just nasty.
Crazy.
That's just nasty, bro. And excuse me if I have to say, I watched it a few times because I was like, why is his tongue like really? It's like caressing the blood. I'm like, what is going on? Yeah, it's pretty nasty. But boxing is very psychological too. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not mentally engaged in the fight,
Right.
it's going to be hard for you to physically engage in that fight too. You know what I'm saying? And I just think Wilder wasn't in it from the beginning. And I'm not saying that he can't. I don't want anybody to take this to say that he can't bounce back.
Right.
Because I believe he can. It's hard.
Well, he exercised his rematch rights.
Yes, and Fury had to accept it, which was a part of
sure?
it.
For real?
Yeah.
Really?
So Fury had to accept
Really?
it, and he did.
Okay.
So
part
so there
three's
will
coming
be a
up.
third one in
Probably
July.
this year, right? Okay.
I think it said July. It's March now.
They're trying to get that money. Trying to get that.
I mean,
Pacquiao.
that's a quick turnaround. Can he learn how to box? Like, can you do that? Like, you would literally have to start right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's had boxing matches. He fought boxing matches, but he can fight. But boxing is different. And this dude is a pure boxer.
I bet he won't wear that
No, sir.
that metal suit.
No, sir. But, well, first of all, bro, you ain't built to win when you come out looking like Catwoman.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
That was all bad from the beginning.
Yeah. But he's been winning though. He's wore that mask.
Not like that.
What you mean he was undefeated? What do you mean not like that?
No, I'm just saying he looked a bit different this time, bro. He looked like Halle Berry playing Catwoman right now. At this age, you know what I'm saying, with a stunt double.
Yeah, that's bad, man.
Speaking of boxing, Mike Tyson, did you hear about him? Hear about what he did?
What?
So he went on with Sugar Ray, and they talked about boxing and how he feels now. And basically, he said we all know that he's pretty much in a good place right now because he has his podcast going on. Mike Tyson.
Okay.
He has his weed dispensary stuff going on. He's making appearances. He's doing stand-up comedies, which it's not like necessarily a stand-up comedy, but it's more like a life-telling story in Vegas. He's been doing that. It was very interesting to see him talk, and he was pretty much talking about how he feels empty inside. And he was talking about why he feels empty inside is because he feels like the person that's in him likes to fight. Right. You know what I'm saying? He wants to fight. And he doesn't have that person in him anymore. You know, the person is in him. It's almost like the way that he was talking was almost like the Hulk, right?
Yeah.
So he's like the Hulk. He's like, man, it's in me, but I feel soft and whatnot because I'm not doing what I love. But the only reason why I was doing that was to protect the inner person of me, which was a more softer side.
Right. He said he was scared a lot.
Scared a lot, which is why he became the bully.
Right.
Right? So the reason why I bring this up is because we've talked about it several times on the podcast with, mental health and, mental illness and, getting your mind right and all that stuff. And he's still dealing with that. And I wanted to say that I respected him for coming out and being emotional about it. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, it's when people portray you as something and then you have to hold that love that you gotta hold that image. It's a hard thing to do, bro. It's a very hard thing to do, and
it is, but it's probably what gets you paid too, though.
And which is why he did what he did.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's like
catch-22.
It's a catch-22. So I mean, I give him a lot of credit for being able to speak on this stuff now, because in the past he wasn't able to speak on that.
Right.
He was always actually, if you look at it, bro, all of our people that we really liked were very emotional people. Allen Iverson was always emotional. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was portrayed as the hood guy, you know what I'm saying? But he was a beast on the court. He was a dog. Yeah. But you couldn't paint him in that light. And if you did, then you had people looking at him saying, oh, he's soft grind. In our community.
Right.
Soft grind. Oh, Mike Tyson, why is he crying? But he had to become the bully to do so.
Right.
So today, you and I, we heard something on the radio that also opened up another situation, right? And it was Shannon Sharp talking about LeBron James and LeBron James mentoring the younger people. And in our community, we're like, why are you doing that? Why aren't you just being a dog and just destroying, you know what I'm saying, this person? Why are you helping them? Whereas Shannon was like, no, we need to mentor and help our youth. A lot of people don't understand that Morant, is that how you say his name? Right? Ja Morant, he's literally 2 years older than Bronny. So there's a huge age difference. So why would LeBron not mentor him? But in our community, we're like, no. Bully him. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think that is? Why do you think our community is like that?
I think it's built off survival. I think it's just, if you want to be the best, you have to beat everybody. And sometimes that's not the case, you know. Sometimes that community could be the best, right? Or that city, or that state, or that country. It seems like the only time I think people in general are united when it's wartime. If it's not a war, I think everybody's in their own little hub and just looking out for their people, you know, and trying to step on the next man. That's why so much, homelessness around here and stuff like that is just, hey, people throw food away every day, you know, but people don't eat, kids don't eat, you know, so if we were all as one, we would say, okay, if at the end of the day, take the food that you're not eating, bring it here, and then we'll give it away to whoever needs it or whatever. You know, so that's more
that do that,
right. But that's more of a team thing. America's not built on team at all. So it's just a microcosm of it. It's all built in.
So how do we change that narrative then? You know what I'm saying? What do we do going forward?
Don't give it energy.
Don't give it energy.
No, don't give it energy. Just keep supporting. I don't even want to say, even if you don't like LeBron James, just keep supporting the people who are assisting others. You know, because I've never met LeBron James, but I might go to work and meet somebody who's doing the same thing, right? So support them on them trying to help out others. Don't give energy to the naysayers. Don't give energy to the negative shit. Just stay positive, and then they'll either shape up or they won't be involved in the whole community being one together, and then they'll be exiled, right? To me, that's how you solve it compared to giving energy to the negative. Now you're focused on the negative, and then people forget why you even what's the fight for? Because they're already just focused on the negative. They forget the positive. So just keep worrying about the positive. That's what would be my suggestion.
Absolute, bro. And I 100% agree. And I think it just needs to be spoken on more. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think we talk about it as much. You know what I'm saying? Like what we can take from, you know, we always talk about entertainment business anyway. So which is another thing you and I we spoke about. You know, teaching our youth in our community that you don't have to just be a basketball player or a football player or sports or entertainment. There's other things that you can do. You know what I'm saying? You remember you and I had that conversation. And but you know, nowadays it just feels like it honestly just feels like people in our community are pushed that way because of the poverty. You know what I'm saying? That we come from. It's like trying to force our way to survive, to take our family out of those situations.
Yeah.
So then when I do see somebody like LeBron make moves and then start a school, you know what I'm saying, and then support the youth and stuff like that, and when I hear people say, man, he shouldn't be shaking up with dude, you know what I'm saying, he should be bullying him and all that stuff, I don't look at it like that.
Right.
And I haven't looked at it like that because there's other people who have gone and retired or whatever the case may be, right? And we don't know them for doing anything outside of being basketball.
Correct.
And so I got a lot of respect for people that do things outside of sports or entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And also salute to Chris Rock for saying what he said. I watched him in the interview and he was like, man, he was like, basically nobody in my neighborhood is in entertainment. He was like, they're all doctors and real estate agents and everything like that. And
but some of it, a small percentage is obviously opportunities, though.
True.
So if you're growing up around doctors and lawyers and stuff like that, then you can aspire to be that. If you're growing up around crackheads and drug dealers, then that's what I want to be because they have the money, they have the girls. Mm-hmm. That's what I want to be. Not the doctor has the girls or whoever, the lawyer, the whatever. So some of it has to also do with the opportunities and what they're seeing. But I think that's why people like LeBron and other things that, no, man, there's more out there. And it's more than just LeBron. So I don't want to, give 100% to LeBron.
Of course.
There's people in your community who are trying to educate the youth, male or female, that there are other options. Maybe they were the person who made it and they're trying to come back and give back.
Right.
I think schools and programs also need to accept those individuals coming back as well. Yes, they're the outlier. Maybe they're the, not the black swan or whatever, like the person who's out not looking like you. But it's okay if they come in and inform you that it's okay to, think different, look different, and there are other options.
Yeah.
So,
100% agree. We want to know also how you guys feel about the whole situation too. So make sure you guys click subscribe and comment on everything that we're talking about so we can have that dialogue and have that conversation. Man, what else is going on out here, man?
Speaking of negative shit, somebody else got ran over in New Orleans. You want to talk about that?
You said, speaking of negative shit.
Yeah.
Why they got run over in New Orleans?
Bro, they wildin', bro. Like,
who are they?
It was a male and a female, so us, people, wildin'. Ooh, there's some beads, and then keep rolling. Look.
What happened?
I don't know. Shit. They tried to pick up beads, I guess, in between the floats.
Have you been to Mardi Gras?
Not Mardi Gras. I've been in New Orleans, but not Mardi Gras. You been to Mardi Gras?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was how many of y'all?
2.
Was it supposed to be 2? But hopefully
Mardi Gras is a good time.
Yeah. A lot of people, some people like it, some people don't. I think it's to me
not,
it's more like a bucket list.
I will say it's not and now that I've been there, it wouldn't be a bucket list for me.
Mm-hmm.
No. It's not a bucket list for me. It's more or less like
But you completed it though, doesn't that take away your bucket list?
No, because It wasn't anything.
Oh, it was not.
To
It
me,
wasn't something that you wanted to do.
No, and now that I've been in Times Square for New Year, I did New Year's too.
See, that's my bucket list.
That wasn't a bucket list. It shouldn't have been. Like, now that I've experienced it,
Right.
it wasn't nothing that was, you know what I'm saying, that I was like, oh my God, it's amazing, you know what I'm saying, anything like that. But, I mean, obviously you got to experience it because it's a thing.
It's a thing.
But yeah, Mardi Gras, man, it's just...
Let's talk about educations. One thing, so I went to the Martin Luther King exhibit a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
You know, one of my best friends are in town, so you know, us as a family went together to the Martin Luther King Museum, or not Martin. It's not the Martin Luther King Museum. It's like the African American Museum, but Martin Luther King, right, has his own little section.
Now, me and you went to that same
Right,
same
correct,
one, right?
same one.
Okay,
so we went to it again.
All right.
So one thing I noticed, man, that kind of threw me off, which I don't know if they're teaching this in class, is
That it
Martin
was
Luther
hella
King.
white people there, and it was minimal black people.
No, I don't know what this guy's talking about.
It wasn't like that when we went?
That's when we went, but not last time I went.
Oh, okay, all right.
Last time I went, it was a bunch of field trips and everything.
All right, bet.
But this is going to bring up the issue. So they have archived Martin Luther King's speeches, his thoughts, things like that, right? But this shit is written in what, the 60s?
Yep.
He wrote in cursive. So I go over to the display and I'm reading what he's saying, right? And it's powerful stuff.
Most people can't read cursive.
Bro, these fifth graders, they looking at this shit and they say, man, I can't read that. And go to the next, bro. It's like Spanish.
It is.
So
It is.
I don't even know what they teach. Do they still teach
No.
cursive? No?
No, I don't think so.
Your son ain't learning cursive?
I don't. I'm pretty positive. No, I'm gonna say no, 100%, because I ain't teach him nothing, and I was there with him, so I know I can write in cursive. Writing in cursive is like.
But that was like the new thing, though. Like that was the hottest
It
thing.
was never the new thing.
But they told you needed it, though.
They tell us that we need everything.
They teach you how to do your taxes?
Do they? No, actually, in the WeSet program, yeah.
WeSet.
WeSet. Yeah, the school to work program.
They teach you about credit scores?
No, but they did teach us how. They taught us a little bit about taxes. That was a sophomore year.
They teach you about mortgage and ownership?
No.
Okay. No.
But I mean, you ain't gonna. What are you gonna write in cursive for you to sign your mortgage papers?
Shit.
I
You
mean,
can't even
shit.
do that. It says signature.
Yeah.
It don't say print.
That's a fact.
You really can't even do the signature.
I can read cursive. Can you read cursive?
Bro.
Can you write it?
I just said, bro.
Can you write a full page of cursive?
Yeah.
You can.
We damn near the same.
Shit, I give
bro,
you.
what is?
Shit, I give you half a page, bro. I give you half a page. It's gonna start looking like doctor pages in a minute. Start telling you like that, but
Yeah, but that was just very
no,
intriguing,
they don't.
man.
They don't teach them.
That I'm like, damn, bro. Like, even
Did it
the
make you
youth
feel
ain't
old?
No, it didn't make me feel. It made me feel bad. Like when I went to Colombia, I was so mad that I couldn't speak Spanish because
Yeah.
I'm missing a lot of opportunities
So
to
many
talk to
opportunities.
people and
Yeah.
learn.
Yep.
That's the barrier where if you can't even speak the language, it doesn't even matter. Body language can only get you so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if people aren't even learning cursive, they can't even take the knowledge from one of our forefathers of just everybody knows about Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
But if you literally can't read what he said, what's the point? It's like Book of Eli, the Bible was in Braille. It didn't matter if you want to hear the word. If you can't read Braille,
can't
it's
read it.
irrelevant, right?
Right.
And that's one part that, man, like, how did we pass that along? Because let's say cursive stopped back in 10 years ago. I don't know. In 30 years, that's 50 years, right? People are going to be 50 and under who don't know how to read cursive.
Yeah.
So now,
So it makes me wonder how important was cursive.
I,
Not saying that because I get what you're coming from. Like if Martin Luther King wrote in cursive,
right.
you would think that we would need everybody to understand what that is.
To get that
get the
nourishment
knowledge.
from it, yeah, to understand
Right.
what he's saying.
But with internet now, you can hear everything.
Right.
So, but the difference is between hearing and reading is absorbing to me.
True.
Because every time I read something, I feel like I observe it more than when I hear it. Like audiobook, I can hear it and I can be doing 10 different things around the house.
Right.
But if I have to sit not look at my phone, and read it, I absorb the information.
Right. And this is in
So
an
is that-
exhibit, though. This isn't on the internet, is what I'm saying.
Right.
This information was not on the internet. So the only place you can see it is at this exhibit. And you get there.
And you can't read it. So you say that the kids need to learn cursive again?
I mean, I don't know. Or shit. Type that shit out there. We'll know what the shit's on.
Type it out.
Type that shit out there, bro. If they don't know, help them out. Help them know, because they still got to get that word, though. You know what I'm saying? Like
They still need to understand
they still
what
have to
was going on.
understand, like, man, this dude was powerful. And he scratched out a lot of things that he didn't say. And to me, I'm like, man, I wish I could ask him, you know, what made you want to say it? Mm-hmm. And this is your speech, but you crossed it out. Mm-hmm. Did you think that we weren't going to get that? Or did you change your mind? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that, you know, when you get artifacts from, like, if Gandhi had some shit, I would want to know. I would want to ask him some questions too. You know, so it's just certain people that you would love to have a conversation with, and because a lot of people try to emulate their life and their kids' lives on how he was. You know,
So speaking on legends, if you will, did you watch the Malcolm X documentary?
No, I didn't know it was one.
Okay, yeah. So there's one. It's on Netflix. It's a series that dives into him as a person, and it dives into how he was murdered. The portrayment, I guess if you will, of it was that the Nation of Islam killed him, which is what we've always read.
Right.
I have never believed that in my life.
Really?
Nope.
What made you not believe it?
I never believed that Elijah Muhammad would have ordered people to assassinate Malcolm X based on the fact that he was the next person up. And he should have been taking the reins of, you know what I'm saying, what if you say Louis Farrakhan or whatever the case may be. I don't believe that he used his power to have other black males, you know, take Malcolm X out. And it was a personal thing to me.
So you don't think somebody black killed Malcolm X?
They did. They did.
But he wasn't the.
But I didn't think that it was the Nation of Islam.
Right. Okay.
I think it was an easy finger pointing for someone else to take out someone else to take out a black leader that was speaking in a different word of, like, Martin Luther King. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Martin Luther King was nonviolent. So we're celebrating nonviolent right now because of just that fact. It's nonviolent. Anything that Martin Luther King was talking about, if they came towards him, it was more of a how do you say it? It's not a threat, right? It's not a threat. He's not threat. It's not a threat to whoever is in power. But when you have Malcolm X talking about by any means necessary, if you get at me, if we get at us, we're gonna do the same thing to you. That's power, and he had a whole lot of that behind him. And once you watch the documentary, you'll kind of get where I'm coming from. So for those that are out there, I've been very pro Malcolm X all my life. Okay. Because I never felt like, although I respect Martin Luther King to the fullest, I've always been like, we can't let people keep stepping on us. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you got to take action. Because without an action against, you know, people that are attacking, how are they going to respect you? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I always felt.
But that's the world, though. Name one country that conquered another country being nonviolent.
Exactly. It's impossible.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Impossible.
So that's what I'm saying. I look at it and I be like, man, this dude was very powerful. He stepped outside of the zone, you know, that he was already in, And he still did the same exact thing that he was doing when he was in there. He was just preaching a different word. Like, we're not going to just sit back and let people beat our kids, beat our women. We're not going to do that. We're going to step up as men and people.
Not beat, kill.
We're not going to just be killed for anything, bro. We're not going to do that. And I think he became too powerful. And what I like you guys to do is watch the documentary. Give us your thoughts on it. You watch it too.
Yeah.
But, you know, Malcolm X was a very powerful guy.
He was.
And it's still interesting to me to this day that we have all these holidays celebrating people that were submissive almost. I don't want to use that word. I take that back. I don't want to use submissive. I want to use, like, I don't even know the word, Tony. I'm trying to think. Anybody who was just trying to build it up, but just be nice and kind. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the way the world works. America doesn't work like that. Mm-hmm. If it's something they want and it's something that you did, we gonna blow it up, bro, and it's over with. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But then when you have somebody that's powerful and African American, I think that it was easy for the finger pointing to go towards what it was. And I think that as much as I've listened to the Nation of Islam defend it and say we would never hurt Brother Malcolm, and you know, Muhammad Elijah would, you know what I'm saying, said specifically, and he had wrote it out, like, do not touch this guy. Nobody touch this guy. Mm-hmm. Now, could he have wrote that and said, hey, do what you got to do? We'll never know. But at the you'll never know.
You'll never know. I mean, how do you think people came to Africa and got slaves?
Yeah, absolutely.
They got other slaves to get slaves.
Absolutely.
So
that's 100%.
So
we'll never
I agree
know,
with what you're saying.
We'll never know
but
the real facts.
We'll never know.
We'll
there could be
5%.
We'll
never know the
bullshit.
real facts. But I'm just saying, for me personally, I think it was easier for the books to say this is what happened. Right. Even though they deny it, everybody else says, well, y'all did it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it was a great documentary. I would tell you guys to all go and watch it. And I think that, you know, I don't understand why he doesn't have any national day. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was he doing that was so wrong? Besides uplifting people and telling you fight for your real rights. Right. You know what I'm saying? And fight for what you believe in.
But I mean, what holiday did we get to choose was a holiday?
We didn't get to choose nothing. Bro, me and you just rose up to the top. Me and you just rose up to the top of the Confederacy just yesterday, bro.
But you just asked a question that's the answer. We don't get to choose what's the holiday.
Where we go yesterday?
Matter. I don't know, man. Where we go?
So Antonio and I, we went to visit the Confederacy and honor his forefathers.
I took him to Stone Mountain, to the Atlanta people.
Yeah.
Know where that's at.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, off that shit. Hey,
so you gonna change the subject? You're not gonna honor your forefathers?
Fun fact, though. Did you know Martin Luther King wasn't his original name?
Ooh, talk about it.
I'm not. I want y'all to Google it. I think he was 5 or 6. His father changed his name to Martin Luther King. So, got some homework. Find out what Martin Luther King's original name was.
And then tag us in the comments.
Yeah.
That's what y'all do.
I want to give a shout out to Heaven Fitch. Her, you know what she did? Yep, Heaven.
Okay.
Heaven Fitch. She's the first woman in high school in North Carolina to win state in wrestling. She cooked all these dudes, bro.
So I saw it.
All these guys.
I saw it.
All these dudes, man.
She put the flex on.
Yeah,
she did the flex on.
She was a beast, man. So she was the first woman ever to win a wrestling state championship. So shout out to her, man, in North Carolina. So
let's talk about women in.
It's Women Month too, right?
It is March.
Okay.
So how did you feel about it? What did you think
about who?
About her winning and
I don't, bro. I want to be around the best. I don't care who you are, what you are.
Facts.
If my toilet is clogged up and you send me, it's a couple people that I'm thinking of right now. If you send them over here, fix it. I pay you. Get out of here, though.
Get out of here, though. You gotta go.
Fix it.
You gotta go.
If I got one, if there's a wrestling match, and my life depended on it. And they said, "Who you picking to win this wrestling match?"
Jeff Hardy
in North Dakota, or North Carolina.
Stone Cold.
I'm giving
China.
China. Ain't she dead?
Oh damn.
Yeah, bro. Rest in peace, China.
Rest in peace, China.
Yeah.
China was a beast, though.
She was.
You know she won the Intercontinental Championship.
Is it all men or women, though?
The Intercontinental was men. She was the first women's Intercontinental champion.
That's also staged, though.
Well, it can be staged as you want to. You still gotta execute.
Like the Astros?
Or the asteroids.
The hemorrhoids.
The hemorrhoids.
The hemorrhoids, yeah. Get them out of here, bro. Making the Band is back, bro.
Hey!
They had...
I love it.
They had tryouts in Atlanta. So if you...
I didn't watch it.
If you, interested in making the band or you think you can join, check your local listings. Diddy's, going around the country right now trying to find talent.
And I love what he's doing with his sons, bro.
Yeah,
like
so
putting them. So basically what he did was he's in the background. And so what he did was he put his, I think 2 sons, Justin and the other one that looked just like him. Mm-hmm. Or maybe that is Justin.
I don't know.
Either way, he put both of them on there to help pick out the talent because they're young. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And he feels like they would attract, they would know what, going on.
What to look for.
Yeah, what to look for. So I think that's dope.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. I think that's very dope. And he's like the executive, person above everybody that's like, looking over everything, which I think is very dope. Because, Puff's already done so much, for many, many years ago that it only makes sense for a young generation to come in and be able to pick the young people.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it's very dope, man. Shout out to Puff.
3 seconds of politics. Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders won Nevada, I think, last week.
All right.
So he's, slowly but surely pulling away, man.
And now we had Carolina. Was it Carolina? The Super Tuesdays tomorrow, right?
Good motor. Keep your shirt on.
Or in the words of Nate, born and raised up.
Born and raised
the words
up.
all the way up. Born and raised up.
That's funny.
Super Tuesday is tomorrow.
Shit, all right.
All right, so Pete Buttigieg, he's done. He's out.
He's out.
Yeah. So
who's running against Trump as a Republican?
Nobody. You don't do that. Well, actually, yes, you do. Bloomberg.
Okay.
Because Bloomberg is a Republican. Mm-hmm. Realistically.
Yeah.
He is. So, are you voting for Bloomberg?
Shit. What are you doing for child support?
Not a goddamn. He upping it.
Oh, what? Hey, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
He's upping that.
Where's Heaven Fitch when you need her? Where's she at? She's suplexed this motherfucker. Where's Heaven at? Shout out to Heaven, bro. We need you. Where you at?
They trying to cook Bernie Sanders again, bro. So, Biden won last night. I think it was last night. I think Biden won Carolina, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. It's all bullshit, bro.
And Sleepy Joe Biden, by the way, is his name.
Sleepy Joe.
Who's the greatest roaster in politic history?
Trump.
He will cook, bro. Sleepy Joe? Mini Mike?
Trump's a battle rapper, bro. He should have came to the URL.
He's a battle rapper.
He should have came to the URL. I would have put the red shirt on him. He would have been a blood. He would have been a blood Saturday.
Trump?
Yeah, Trump a battle rapper, man.
He a battle rapper. He trash, but he a battle
one out
rapper.
of the million things that I don't fuck with him with. I fuck with his. He vicious, bro.
He vicious.
He'll cook you.
I don't know who comes up with these names, but he's amazing, bro.
Yeah, he's amazing, man. I know, man.
Again, guys, A Squared Podcast. Please click and subscribe to everything that we're doing. We're bringing you lots of information, obviously. Man, what's going on? You know what else? I'm gonna go ahead and throw the ball in your court, bro, because last time you did us dirty, dog.
Damn.
Super dirty.
Yeah.
Last week was the first. The week before was the first episode of the A Square podcast where this man didn't even have a movie review. He didn't have a cornbread review.
So, I'll give you some background on it. I actually did have a cornbread review. But the movie was so bad, why would I do a cornbread? Like,
no, you can't. No, bro, you getting cooked. You cooking, bro. It's wrong. You're doing the wrong thing.
It was bad. So I apologize to the fans. That was the first episode without a cornbread review. But like I said, I got 2 this week, and actually one of them is just as bad, bro. But hey, I promised you 2. I'm gonna give you 2. Before we go into it, though, I think Ace Ventura 3 got. Ace Ventura 3 with Jim Carrey. I think they said they go with that. So look for the future in that.
I'm not looking forward to that.
Ace Ventura's that crack.
Facts. But
you looking forward to Bad Boys 3?
No, time out. Did Sonic come out yet?
Sonic came out. Mm-hmm.
Did you go see it? Mm-mm. We gotta talk about. Damn, we gotta go see Sonic.
Why don't you go see it?
I was busy that day.
Oh, so it's okay to be busy, but if I don't have a cornbread review,
I'm gonna go see it.
It's the end of the world.
I'm gonna go see it tomorrow.
Go see Sonic. Sonic got some straight reviews.
Because I want to see him being the bad guy.
Yeah.
We like Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's
Shout out
man.
Jim. So Ace Ventura's on the way?
So Ace is on the way.
Ace is on the way. Yeah, baby. He's on the way.
And then the Candyman trailer came out too, man.
Yeah.
So
that was dope.
Look it up on YouTube, Candyman. It's a remake.
He flipped the
from,
Destiny's Child, bro.
Jordan Peele is creating this.
He's amazing.
He's a beast, man.
He's amazing.
So go see that. So this week's I got 2 cornbread reviews. One, I'm just gonna give you a 3-second cornbread review. Fantasy Island came out a couple weeks ago. 2.5 out of 5 cornbreads, bro. Visually, it was appealing.
That's the worst cornbread review you've ever given.
One of them, yeah. Visually, it was appealing. I was jealous that I don't know where they were, but I wanted to be there. This island was real. Like, I wanted to be there immediately. So it looked visually good. But it was weird. Weird movie. It was supposed to be a horror movie. They just made up horror. You know, like how, like, we'll just be walking and the lights turn off. And then you hear, and they turn and they're like, oh, I'm scared. And then run and then trip. Like, it's very old school horror. Bad movie. So, Fantasy Island, like I said, 2.5 out of 5 cornbread review. If there's somebody out there who thought it was better than that, please let me know so we can talk about it. But The Invisible Man.
That didn't come out yet, did it?
I'm doing a cornbread review on The Invisible Man, and he asked me it didn't come out already.
I didn't see it. But I love the trailer. Definitely for sure. Did Kevin Bacon in that one?
No.
Kevin Bacon was in the first one, though.
From Hollow Man.
That was Hollow Man.
That's Hollow Man. This is The Invisible Man.
Hollow the Don Man.
Hollow the Don was the executive producer. If you don't know, he's a battle rapper.
He was in the first one.
No. What?
Okay.
No.
Hey, Hollow Man was the truth, man.
Yeah, so The Invisible Man was basically a remake. You got Elizabeth Moss. So she was in The Handmaid's Tale. I think it's a couple.
You hate her.
Come on.
She's one of those people where you just look at her face and you hate it.
She was also in The Kitchen. So yes, her face. I don't understand it, but she's a good actor though. I've liked what she's been in, man.
But she's the handsmaid in this too.
Yeah, it was bad. And Aldous Hodge, it's a black guy that's in it too. But overall, acting, 4.5 out of 5, man. She was a beast.
Really?
In this. The movie, very dramatic. It was more mental torture, this movie. You kind of see her going through some shit, bro. Doing some shit. It was, more of a domestic violence situation, right. And sure. Her running for her life, right? And being scared of this individual. So acting, 4.5 out of 5. Miss Moss did her thing. Cinematography, 4.5 out of 5, bro. Very futuristic, visually stunning. How it was shot in San Francisco. How, the edit was great. She was getting beat up and killed. People was getting killed by basically an invisible man, so... I never once was like, I can still kind of see that person, you know what I'm saying, or who they're fighting and things like that. But great editing, so 4.5 out of 5 on that. Storyline, 2.5 out of 5, bro.
What?
A lot of plot holes. Shit wasn't even making sense. She would leave and then go to a house with some dude and they got a family. And you're like, who is, do she know him? Did she not know him? Is this the boyfriend? Even though it was a platonic relationship. Is this a friend of a friend? Like, there's a lot of issues, a lot of questions. So like in Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon, I think that came out in 2001.
Yeah.
You see it from his perspective on his demise and when he decided to become the Hollow Man and then what he did, right?
Right.
This is the perspective of her leaving that situation, and then this person becomes the Hollow Man, right? So you don't know anything about him.
So what you're saying is it's going to be a number 2.
I would say that.
Okay.
Because like I said, a lot of plot holes. So that's why
Makes
I got 2.5 out of 5. Stuff was happening and it didn't make sense, and they didn't elaborate.
So
more.
basically, we're watching another Gothica.
Okay. Anyway, did I get?
I'm lying. It's the twist with the sickness, and you're
Right.
thinking that something is going on, but you don't really believe it, but it's actually happening.
So yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, but this is more like Hollow Man than Gothica.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So what you're saying is correct, but this is a movie still on that timeline of just somebody going invisible and going.
Okay, that's fair.
Right. So,
Copy.
did I get what I bought? 3.5 out of 5. I expected it to be, a horror movie or suspenseful, and it was. So I enjoyed it. It was more of you had to pay attention the whole time or you'll miss something. It wasn't much action, but the action when it happened, it was worth the wait, right? So it was a lot of, like I said, a lot of her being scared and just dialogue, but then when action happened, it happened quick and it kept you there. Right. Is it a must-see? 4 out of 5. Like I said, it is a horror movie, very suspenseful, and it's a survivor story, with domestic violence and just mental health and things like that, because everybody thought that bitch was crazy. You know what I'm saying? She's talking about,
well, first of all,
Invisible Man
I don't
is
like
over
the way
there.
you called her bitch, because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's Women's March
Damn
Month.
it.
Or some nut ass shit from
Nut
bullshit
bull.
like that.
Right.
And we out here, we celebrating women.
That middle-aged white lady did a great job. Does that work?
Hell no.
How? That describes her.
Middle-aged white woman always doing good. What the fuck? What are you talking about?
This is
Name me a middle-aged woman that ain't doing good.
This is America.
Name me one middle-aged woman that ain't doing good.
The chick who cheated on the scandal with her kids.
They all cheating. What are you talking about, bro?
Damn, that's a good question. Hold on. Right here.
They're all cheating. What are you talking about?
The chick who said her kid was
you
like...
can't even say it. It's every movie.
She said her kid was like a handicap. And then she got
So
into
it was
USC.
a handicap?
No, but then she got into USC. That chick.
So that made it better?
No. You said who's doing bad? I said she is. She locked up right now.
Oh, Lauren. The Lauren.
Yeah, that's a middle-aged white lady who's doing bad.
Becky from Full House.
Right, that's a different chick. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so that's one out of...
It's only one out of like a million.
All right. There you go.
I'm going to think of somebody else.
You got to figure this shit out. So it's...
So overall, bro...
It's some nut ass fools out here.
Overall, The Invisible Man, 4 out of 5.
Is the invisible middle-aged white woman.
It was solid though. 4 out of 5 cornbread reviews. So
sad.
It was good.
Yeah,
it was good.
so
definitely go see that. Fantasy Island, did it. So there's 2, man. So hopefully I made up for it, man. I apologize to the movie world out there.
You
like
definitely
me,
deserve to apologize because you dirty, bro. It's been like 45 episodes and this the first one you missed.
Well, like I said, man, I also don't want to see some movies and talk about it. But then again, hey, if I see a trash nut ass movie, I'll talk about it.
You gotta say it.
Oh well.
You gotta say it.
All right. The people have spoken. It's out of my hands now.
People, hey, it's above me now.
It's above me now.
It's above me now. That's the new shit. It's above me now.
It's above me, man. So yeah,
man, I'm trying to think of what else is going on in the world. Shit, what else you got?
I don't know, man.
Ain't nothing out there but some gossip, and we ain't about that.
We talk about facts, bro.
We talk about only facts, and the only fact that we know right now is Tom Brady ain't signed to nobody.
Yeah.
but we know there's 5 people that they talk about every day.
Let's
What we got?
I don't know, man. I want to say you part of this company, man. So congrats on what we've done so far, bro. I think, like I said, a lot of people talk about negative stuff, so let's talk about some positive stuff, man. I think we reached, 40 shows so far in less than, 7-8 months? It's not even, I'm not even going to say a year.
It's not
like
a year yet.
7 or 8
Hasn't
months.
been a year yet.
I think we have like 8 or 9 interviews.
Yeah.
And these people are top-notch people who are solidified in their field,
There's so many more to go.
And, yeah, so... Y'all thought we was playing.
No, so not so many more to go. It's so many more that's booked.
Bro, like we're not playing.
It's a lot going on. Yeah.
We're not playing, bro.
Yeah.
We really take the heart of our listeners and our feedback, and then we want to give y'all the best product out there. So please stay tuned and subscribe.
Click
and listen,
subscribe. Turn your notifications on. That's very important to all of it. Whether it's YouTube, whether it's, whatever platform, we're on all of them. So please turn your notifications on and just stay tuned to what we have going on.
And I don't know how you listen to, let's say, podcasts or other interviews, but if I don't know that person, I'm going to click on it anyway because that might be the most that I learn about something, right?
Yeah.
Like if obviously Denzel, like I want to hear from Denzel or Will Smith, right? But it could be Joe Blow talking,
and they're talking some good shit,
and that's the shit that I can use right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we hitting y'all with different people. So don't be afraid to, I don't know who that person is, so I'm gonna skip that episode. I'm telling you, do not do that because we're gonna ask the questions that we don't know and that y'all might not know.
And then, like, there's times where we've spoken to people who some people may not know, but they have very valuable information.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying.
Shout out to Glenn Foster.
Yeah, man.
For coming on and talking about real estate. This dude was a former NFL football player, and he owns real estate by the stadium. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was amazing.
Correct.
Jovita Moore, I can't show her enough love,
bro,
because of the love that she showed us. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking to an actual anchor.
Yeah, man.
And her
Atlanta legend.
Atlanta legend. Come on now.
Women History Month, man. Give her her respect, bro. Give her her respect.
She leading it.
Yeah.
We put her up top.
She a beast, bro. What about Harriet Tubman?
Huh? Say it again?
Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman's dope.
Yeah. I like Harriet Tubman.
I ain't watched the movie, but...
What about Rosa Parks?
Or was that the movie?
I don't know, man.
I'm tired of watching these slave movies, bro. I'm not watching no more of them. Big ups to them. Well, big ups to them because...
Don't say what you gonna say.
I got to. It was more people that sat in the front of the bus, but we're not gonna. But it's fine.
It was. She wasn't the first.
Cause then we not. It's not.
But I mean, then again,
but
we
respect.
represent Christopher Columbus. He wasn't the first.
There you go.
How do you have Native Americans, but you were the first one?
What do you discover? How the fuck do you discover something that was already there? That's bullshit. You walked on. You discovered. First of all, no, bro. We not. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Dog, get started.
No, don't get me started. Facts. I will do a whole nother hour on this shit. Yo, it's your boy DJ A-Ron's my guy.
Cornbread, what up? What up, world?
Cornbread in the building. A-Ron is in the building. Click subscribe to the podcast, A Squared podcast, that is. We are across the board. iHeartRadio podcast. We're on iTunes, Spotify, all that. Click and subscribe and follow us, and we got you. Great material. It's unlocked, baby.
You better listen too, man. Don't tell me you heard it and I ask you a question you don't know what I'm talking about.
Or else you are a
nutball.
You a nut ass bull. We out of here. Peace.
Peace. You talking crazy, bro.
It's your boy DJ A-Ron is my guy. You don't want to introduce yourself?
What up, world? A Square Podcast, bro. It's your boy Cornbread, man. Holla at me.
Hey, click, subscribe to the YouTube, Spotify, all that. Get involved with us, man. We got a lot of great material. And just follow us, man. This is what we do. Appreciate Keep it locked. A Square Podcast. Hi, guys.
Where's Where's the do not disturb at? Night mode.
Something like that.